I should agree with him or disagree with him. Let's go with agree.
I think so too. Have you seen how hard Ethan works?
Yeah.
There's no way that someone who works that hard is a bad person.
You really think so? Yeah, of course. But next time, don't hesitate to ask me for help, okay? Heavy trays are no problem for me after all.
Okay, I'll try to do it next time. Thank you, Liam.
No problem.
We all quickly clean up, just as we're about to get back to work. However, Ethan comes back with a sore look on his face.
What's the matter?
Ethan sighs.
Get Pierre out here as quickly as possible.
Huh? I don't understand. Pierre is part of the kitchen staff. Why would he be needed on the floor? Sometimes his fans want to talk to him, but surely Ethan wouldn't be this annoyed just over that. I look over at Laura and Liam for some sort of explanation or reassurance. To my surprise, they both have reluctant, hesitant looks on their faces too. Laura is usually a little downcast, but to see Liam like this is so strange. What's going on?
Nothing much. Just a bit of trouble, I think.
She's here again?
Laura mumbles
To herself, but just loud enough for me to hear she. But Laura seems too distracted to notice my curiosity and confusion.
I'll go get Pierre. Oh, wrong voice, sorry.
I will go get Pierre. She walks towards the kitchen, looking somewhat deflated.
I've got to take orders from some customers that just come in. So I want you to go to Miss Adams.
Miss Adams? Is this lady some sort of VIP? But then why does everyone seem so bothered by her presence? Luckily, Leon seems to sense my confusion.
Oh, it's okay. She's not as bad as we are making her out to be. Miss Adams is just a bit of a handful, that's all.
He and I walk towards the table in question. But I'm still pretty confused about what's going on. Who is this person? It's Angelina Adams, I soon learn. She's a young heiress and this is her favorite restaurant.
I don't like the look of her face.
Normally she comes in at least twice a week, but recently she's been doing some international travel.
She looks like she's on a higher level than anyone else with that expression.
That would explain why I haven't seen her even though I've been working here for almost a month. The others seem very familiar with her though. Liam and I reach the table shortly. She's sitting alone, so I try my best to give her a friendly smile, which she counters with a cool, unimpressed stare. Well, that didn't work.
Good evening, Miss Adams. It's so nice to see you again. Is there something you'd like to start the meal with? An appetizer, maybe?
No, thank you. Just bring Pierre out here, will ya? Excuse me, but Pierre is a chef. You'd like to place an order with me more happy to. Oh, I'm sorry. Was I not clear? Get Pierre over here now. You're wasting my time. Before either Liam or I can even move, Pierre comes up from behind us. His smile quickly diffuses Miss Adams' temper.
Angelina, it's good to see you. How was your trip?
Pierre! She practically jumps out of her chair as soon as she lays eyes on him, making a big show of pecking him lightly on each cheek. It was wonderful, babe. I missed you. How have you been, darling?
Well...
The two of them start making small talk. We sound like we know each other all really well. Is Miss Adams really just a customer? Instead, that Liam leans over and whispers in my ear.
We should probably leave these two alone now.
What? Why? Are they, together? That would certainly explain why she's so happy to see Pierre, but Liam shakes his head. I wonder how Pierre and Miss Adams know each other then. I cast one more glance at them from over my shoulder. As Liam and I walk away, Liam continues to explain the situation to me though.
They are not going out with each other, but Pierre is the only one who can really deal with her, so whenever she comes in, we leave her to him.
Is that really alright?
Of course, we can always rely on Pierre. He's great with women. I was the kind of envious of him.
Huh? Why would you be envious?
Well, people really like him and he's so good at everything. I find it really hard to talk to girls sometimes. I wish I could be more like Pierre. You're great the way you are. We'll keep trying your best. That's stupid. Let's go with that.
You're great the way you are, Liam. You don't need to be envious of Pierre. Everyone has things that they are good at.
Really?
Of course, you're so nice and easy to talk to. You always brighten up my day. What's wrong?
Oh, nothing. I'm just surprised, I guess. I didn't know you thought so highly of me.
You're wonderful in your way and Pierre's wonderful in his own way, too. There's no need to be like him.
Thanks, Lee. I appreciate it.
Fearing Ethan's wrath, the two of us decide to get back to work.
Later that day.
A while later, during a bit of a quiet moment near closing time, I find Pierre sitting alone and looking a little worse for wear. I don't want to bother him if he's thinking intently about something, but at the same time I'm just very worried about him. My voice comes out without me meaning for it to. Oh well. Pierre? When Pierre turns around, the smile he gives me is a little tired compared to usual.
Oh, hello, Lily.
Is everything alright?
Of course it is. Why do you ask?
You just look a little sad.
I suppose I'm just a bit tired. It's no big deal.
I wonder if this has anything to do with Miss Adams coming by. I hear you and Miss Adams are pretty close. What did you talk about today? I know it's nosy of me, but I just have to know. No, you don't.
Angelina, I wouldn't say that we're close. We just made some small talk about her trip to France. I wish I could go to France. You still seem pretty warm to me, I know. Okay, he said they are not, so using that text again might be a little stupid. Let's go with that.
Oh, you're interested in travel?
Pierre seems pleased that I pick up on that. After all, I guess rather than worry about his relationship with Miss Adams, I should try to find out more about him. I'm not particularly keen on traveling, but I'd love to go to France someday.
It hits me just then that Pierre is probably part French. I mean, hello! His name is Pierre. I should have realized that sooner. You have family there?
Oh no, not really. It's just that I really love the culture and the food.
His eyes begin to light up and dance with mirth as he enthusiastically tells me more about France. For my part, I'm just glad I was able to help lift his spirits a little bit.
Later that day. It's finally closing time. Time to go home. Yeah, that's after we finish cleaning. Oh, don't be such a spoiled, Ethan.
Just as I'm about to go and help with the cleanup, my uncle calls me into the office. Apparently I have a phone call. I'm not sure who would be calling me, so I'm a little nervous when I pick up the phone. Hey, hello? Lily! Hello, my dear! Hi, Mom. I haven't talked to my mom in a while. Of course she would know the phone number of this place since her brother owns it, right? It's good to hear her voice. I haven't heard from you in a while. How are things? They're fine. Everyone here is really nice. I love it here. Really? I've been worried since I know you're not used to having to labor like this. Oh, Mom. All I do is carry some plates around and write down what people want to eat. It's tough sometimes, but I'm doing alright. I tell her all about my working day so far, before I leave out the parts about broken dishes, Ethan getting annoyed with me, and Miss Adams brushing me off. You really do sound like you enjoyed her. I'm so happy for you, dear. Thanks, Mom. So, tell me, any good man in your life yet? Have you found one that's all tall, dark, and handsome? Spill! Spill! Well, Pierre is tall, Leo is dark, and Ethan is handsome. But I don't think that's exactly what she meant. Sort of. Sort of? So there is someone. Do tell! I'm not dating anyone, Mom. But you're interested in someone, surely? Come on, you can tell me. I'm your mom. Your best friend, right? You used to tell me everything. Mom, I'm not a kid anymore. You will always be my little girlie. Now I know your uncle has some nice young men working for him. Which one are you interested in? Looks like I'm not getting out of this one, but it just so happens that she's sort of right. The guy here that I'm most interested in is... Oh crap, not that. Okay, the same option we choose. Because he's a little like me. There's this waiter named Ethan. I don't want my mom teasing me too much, so I try to describe him without giving her too many details. I see. Well, he certainly sounds like a nice young man. Yeah. I'm glad you're doing well, dear. I will stop giving you a hard time now, but make sure you call home once in a while. I miss you. Alright, bye Mom. After I hang up on the phone, I feel a little bit lonely. I'm a long way from home after all, and stuck doing a job I was never trained for. Still, I know things will look up soon.
Sometime later.
It's hard working at the Ristorante, but my life eventually starts developing a rhythm. The days flow into each other and I slowly get used to the way of things. I still make plenty of mistakes though.
At this point, I'm beginning to feel like getting annoyed at you. It's just a waste of my energy, Lily. Are you even trying?
You act like I drop dishes on purpose. I don't mean to, Ethan.
I wonder.
Well, Ethan's being as acidic as usual. I thought I finally managed to get a bit closer to him, but I guess not. He'd only get off my case if I improve. Surely you weren't perfect when you started working, right?
No,
I was clumsy too, but I never once dropped the plate. Really? Yes, really. I did often screw up customers' orders, but I grew out of that quickly. How frustrating. Figures that Ethan would be perfect. Well, you have an easier time of carrying plates because you're a guy. You're a lot stronger than me. I have an easier time because I don't make excuses every time I mess up. And then mess up over and over again. He takes the broom from me and sweeps up the broken pieces while I stand there fuming. I really don't have a good reply for that. Ethan seems to sense my annoyance because after some awkward silence passes, he glances at me and lets out a long sigh. Look, Lily, if you think a tray is too heavy or something, or if you find yourself in the position of having to carry more than 2 plates at the same time. He sighs again, as if what he's about to say is being said very reluctantly. Just ask me for help. I don't want you to have to stop whatever you're doing to help me each and every time. I'd rather do that than clean up after your messes time and time again. After making sure there is nothing left on the floor, Ethan sweeps the broken pieces into the dustbin and empties it into the trash. I think that's done it. Let's get back to work now. Okay. If I ever want Ethan to respect me, or at least stop insulting me, I'm going to have to work harder. It's frustrating to hear this from him, but he's right. There's a reason why he's the best waiter at Ristorante. Sometime later. Damn, I'm getting hungry. Over the next few weeks, I try to work harder at being a waitress. Perhaps some part of me still resents the fact that even though I'm a college graduate, I'm working a job like this. But that attitude won't get me anywhere, so I should try my best at being a waitress. It's not easy, but I work hard at it and eventually get better at judging my own strength. When the tray looks like it will be too heavy for me, I call Ethan right away. Still having trouble with some trays? Don't you think you should maybe work on some training? His attitude towards me hasn't changed much though. How can I do that when I'm here working all the time?
Point. Here, why don't you try picking it up?
But you said to call you over if it looked too heavy.
I know what I said.
Just try it. I swallow my apprehension and gingerly leave the tray. To my surprise, while I wouldn't call it light, I'm able to lift it off the table. The surprise must show on my face because Ethan looks a little smug.
See, you can do it. You must have gotten a little stronger over the past few weeks.
Hey, see, I never would have known if you hadn't asked me to try it.
It's good you called me over, for you never can be too careful.
Thanks, Ethan.
And now I think a table is awaiting their summons. You should get over there before they get too upset with you.
Right. Is it just me, or is Ethan a little nicer to me than he was before? Maybe he's finally starting to see how hard I work.